All right, folks, it's a beautiful day at the old ballpark, so put your mustard on that dog, grab that bag of peanuts, sip that cold one, and let's meet our Tiger of the Day.
Today's Tiger video is Doug Brocail. He is represented by a 1997 Fleer, base card number 556, with an on-card auto, slabbed by stats grading. If you think Tiger's bullpen history is only about closers, let me introduce you to one of Detroit's most important bridge arms of the late 90s, Doug Brocail. Because Brocail's Tiger story isn't just numbers. It's about a guy who arrived in a monster trade, started opening day, then reinvented himself into a high-leverage reliever who kept games from falling apart before the ninth. Let's rewind to December 1996. The Tigers and Astros swapped a pile of players. Detroit received Doug Brocail, Todd Jones, Brian Hunter, Orlando Miller, and cash, and shipped Brad Ausmus, Jose Lima, Trevor Miller, C.J. Nikowski, and Darrell Ward to Houston. That deal mattered because it reshaped how Detroit tried to win games, tighten defense, get bullpen help, and stabilize the late innings. Here's the part that still surprises people. Brocail's very first Tigers appearance came as Detroit's opening day starter, and he was only the second pitcher in about 30 years to make his first Tigers appearance in that role. But the Tigers didn't keep him there. After 4 starts, they moved him to the bullpen, and that's where Brocail began to look like the pitcher Detroit actually needed. Once he settled in, he was nails. Over the final months, he went on a stretch where he allowed only 6 earned runs in his last 50 innings. That's a 1.08 ERA in that span. And in plain English, if Detroit had a lead after 6, Brocail became one of the reasons it still felt like a lead. By 1998, Brocail was doing what every manager begs for: come in with traffic, get outs, and hand the ball to the next guy with the game still under control. He led the Tigers staff in ERA and ranked among the AL's better relievers in things like ERA and opponent average. That matters because those Tigers teams didn't always have easy nights. They needed stop the bleeding innings, and Brocail was built for them. Now we hit the signature Detroit year, 1999. Brocail appeared in a career-high 70 games and posted a 2.52 ERA. He struck out 78 hitters, and opponents batted just .206 against him. That's not just pretty good, that's, you don't want to see him warming up good. And here's the vibe check. He wasn't always getting the save chance, but he was getting the moments where a single mistake flips the whole game. In modern terms, he was that leverage reliever you trust to face the toughest pocket of the lineup. That's a 3-year stretch of real bullpen value, especially when you consider how volatile relief pitching can be year to year. In 2000, Brocail was still a regular bullpen piece, 49 games, but the results weren't as sharp. 4.09 ERA across 50.2 innings with a 5-4 record. And not long after, the elbow trouble became a major turning point. MLB.com notes that a serious elbow injury kept him out of the majors from 2001 through 2003. So in a way, 2000 isn't just a down year. It's the final chapter before the body said, no more. After the 2000 season, Detroit traded Brocail back to Houston, along with catcher Brad Ausmus and a young prospect named Nelson Cruz, for Roger Cedeno, Chris Holt, and Mitch Molesky. And yeah, that Nelson Cruz name jumps off the page now. Why Doug Brocail matters in Tigers history. If you're building a most important Tigers relievers who weren't closers list, Brocail belongs on it. Because he gave Detroit something every team needs: trustworthy late inning outs. Not flash, not hype, just consistent work, especially in that 1997 to 1999 run when he was one of the steadier arms on the staff. If you enjoyed this deep dive Tigers bullpen story, drop a like, subscribe, and comment.